Right, 0-0. This is probably going to be a really quick video because there's not a tremendous amount to talk about, really, is there, Sam? Start with you. I don't really know where to start because we had a few goes, a few chances.
Same gear for 90 minutes, nothing different, nothing changed. It's just typical Leicester today. Palace was shit, and so we were bad as well. There's nothing much more to say. They were poor, we were poor. There's not much more to say, really. Amati looked pretty pants, Castagna lazy. Ward made one save, and that's all he had to do all game.
Yeah, I mean, Ward did what he had to do, which was make one save. Their keeper, I'm going to say their keeper had quite a good game. He had a reasonable amount to do in what he did. He did well. Reedy, what's your take on the game?
Well, first of all, most of the shots that we had were straight at the keeper anyway, so you really, for me, didn't have much to do. I've got more faith in Daka to score than Vardy has. I'm sorry, but Vardy's pretty much finished at the moment because he just doesn't know what he's doing. Maddison starting to dive at the end of the game. What's the point? And I thought we came out second half, 20 minutes, we're all over him. Actually looking like we're going to score, and then after that, it just looked like it was just a dead game again. They should have had a red card, I think. Anderson had about a few challenges before, should have had yellow cards. Then he got a yellow card, and then that was the point where I thought, he should be off by now. But again, it was never going to happen. But it's just a boring game.
It was boring, Sam. Brendan Rodgers, for me, just doesn't have any impact on the game today. I mean, he took Samari off and put Mendy on, that's light for light. He took Daka off and put Vardy on, that's light for light. Took Telemans on, put Dennis Pratt on. It wasn't until he took Harvey Barnes off and put Nacho on that it actually had a bit of impact. So Rodgers has no impact on the game.
Personally, when it was about 60 minutes too late with that sub with Nacho and Barnes looked poor all game. He had a fine 15 first minutes. Apart from that, lazy, wasn't making runs back. He was in the wrong position most of the time. I don't like how we play with one winger on one side and not on the other side, because Castagna's then pushing forward and then we're open on the right side.
Maddison seems so weird on the wing as well. Like, don't get me wrong, at times he still gets shots off, still tries to shoot. But
this isn't new stuff. We're saying this every week at the moment, and it's boring talking about it because it's the same thing week in, week out. It's never going to change under Rodgers, and see you Thursday, he'll be down here doing the same thing against Leeds. We're not going to sack him because we drew. That's good enough for the board to keep him, apparently. So, it's just same old, and we can say hello to the Championship at this rate, really.
A banner at the end from the Union FS lads, which pretty much read, and I'm paraphrasing, said, "The time for action is now," to the board.
I didn't even see that, to be honest.
No,
I did not
at
see
the end
that.
when the final whistle, when there was some boos.
Well, yeah, I heard the boos, but again, like you say, it's a draw. It's good enough for the board. What else can you expect? A win, I don't think that was ever going to come today, but I was just surprised we didn't concede, which was a bonus, I guess. But going into the Leeds game with only 1 point more than what we had, Forest win tonight, we're 3 or 4 points adrift of them. So now
hopefully that's a draw.
Hopefully it is, but again, it could be 3 or 4 points adrift.
We want to know your view. I mean, it's pretty hard because it was just such a dull game, but let us know your views. I'm not even going to bother trying to pick a man of the match because I don't think there was one. Perhaps a Palace keeper.
I just want to say it was good to see Mendy back in there. I thought he looked rapid, running around, and again, he probably won't be picked for Leeds, but for me, he should be ahead of Soumari every day of the week, to be honest. I think Rodgers just picks the wrong team. Daka playing today was good. He didn't make many runs in from behind, though. There's a lot of times where he was just holding up with the defence. I think we'll just see the game same again against Leeds, like Reedy was saying. It's pretty dull at the moment, and a point here is, what both clubs probably deserve.
It probably was. It was a 0-0 game. It was boring. It was dull. Neither team really deserved to win. Let us know your views in the comments below, and we'll see you at the Leeds game.